Hello and welcome back to this week video for the YouTube channel Stepping Bricks. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and this week we're going to talk about how to avoid the 6 common mistakes when you invest in property. Right, so I said there are 6 common mistakes. There are a lot more, but these are the most common. The first one, number 1, is not having a business plan. A lot of people start in property without having a clue of what they're going to do next. They don't have a business plan, they don't know what they want from it, and they don't know the steps to follow to get to the goal they want to achieve. So this is quite important. This is exactly why we give the business plan to our academy students in the Stepping Bricks 12 months mentoring program. And you as well, for any project that you do, you need to have this business plan in place. If you don't have a business plan, then basically you're planning to fail, as they say. The second common mistake is to do it by yourself. I keep saying, you need to find a who, you need to find a person that can help you to achieve your goals. You don't need to find an how, okay? Most people think, how can I do this? Or what can I do to get there? The real question you need to ask yourself is, who can help me to achieve this goal? Nobody can make it on their own. Nobody. I'm going to repeat this. There is no one single person, one single billionaire in the world that made it on his own, on her own. So it's really important that you have the right people surrounding you. They can inspire you, they can teach you, they can support you, they can handhold you for achieving the goals you have in number 1 in your business plan. The third common mistake is that you don't have an exit strategy. Exit strategy means, what are you going to do with the property once you buy it? You know, if you have a 25 years mortgage, what is your exit strategy? What are you going to do with it at the end of the term? Or if you're buying for a flip, which means, you know, when you buy it, you're refurbishing and then you're selling it. So what are you going to do with it? Exit strategy could be, you can rent it out, you can sell it, you can just renovate it, you can do an assisted sale. Whatever strategy you're using, you need to understand your exit strategy. Exit means that once you finish the project, how are you going to get the money back? Okay, that's how you get out of the project you're planning to do. So always have an exit strategy in mind. Always have the end in mind. Before you start the project, you need to have the business plan, and you need to have in your business plan your exit strategy ready and written. The fourth common mistake of investing in property is paying too much for a property. So they said you make money in property when you buy, not when you sell, and that's exactly true. Because if you're paying too much when you buy a property, then by the time the market recovers and the capital appreciation of your property will go up, then it might take a lot longer to get there. So which means that if you paid a lot at the beginning, before all the rest, in the street comparables is going to reach the amount that you paid, it's going to take a lot longer for you to recover all your money out from your first project. So ideally, you need to pay less, so you already have some equity built in, and you can release tax-free and you can invest in property, in other properties. Or if you don't want to release any equity, you pay less, you have some equity there, and then by the time the market grows, then you have even more equity that at some point, if you want to sell the property, you have a lot more gain than when you bought it for. So again, I repeat this one, you make the money when you buy a property, not when you sell it. If you pay too much, again, do not worry, because as they say, property is like a bad haircut, it will grow out eventually. So it doesn't matter if you paid a lot more, if you made this mistake, it's quite common. So wait until the market recovers, and then the property will reach the value that it was supposed to be at the beginning. Now the fifth mistake, quite common in property, is when some people doesn't do due diligence. So if you are an experienced property investor, you need to know how important it is to do due diligence, to do your research on, first of all, who you're working with, number 2, what property you're buying. Because if you buy a property, there's a rundown, it's fine if you know what you're doing in terms of renovation and refurb project. But if you don't know, there are other hidden problems. For example, let's say there is a Japanese knotweed and you didn't know there was Japanese knotweed. It's going to cost you a lot of money to get rid of. or the property needs rewiring. Now that is not shown on the picture, of course, but you need to have a trained eye to understand if a property needs a full electrical rewiring, which is going to cost around 3,000 to 5,000 pounds depending on the size of the property. So that's an extra cost you need to take into account when you do a refurb project. So again, due diligence is super important, and this is about property, but as well about people you're working with. Do not trust anybody, just by hearsay. What you need to do, you need to do your own due diligence on the people that you're going to spend the money with, okay? You're going to partnership with, because if one of the two is not a good partner, then you're going to regret it for a long time. And the last common mistake in property, when you invest in property, is when you don't have a contingency. When I say contingency, I mean extra cash in case something goes wrong, okay? One of the things, for example, if you're doing a refurb project, expect to have delays and expect to cost more, especially if you're doing the first time. The very first project I did, the refurb project, it took me 6 months, and I spent a lot of money on the very first one. Of course, I wasn't educated, so I didn't know what to expect, I didn't know what to price. But now that I'm educated and I know how it works, I have my team in place. They can do a project, a full refurb project in 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks generally. And we are on budget because we calculate all the costs beforehand, okay? So we never ever save on labor, but we save a lot on material. And there are ways where you can save on material during a refurb rather than valuing less the person who's working with you. Finally, these are the 6 most common mistakes in property. However, there are a lot more, as I said at the beginning. Do not stop just here. We're going to do more videos about more mistakes. The reason why we know that is we've been through some of them, okay? So we learned a lesson, we experienced it, and now we can tell other people, do not do the same mistake, so you can speed your process up and you can earn a lot more money, you can save a lot more money, and you can grow your portfolio faster than I am. If you want support, get in touch. We have 2 programs. We have the club, which is a monthly subscription. We have the academy, which is a 12-month mentoring program, a lot more advanced and hands-on and supportive. If you just want to follow the YouTube channel, just click subscribe, share it with the world, comment below, ask me any question, and I'll be there for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.